Nikola Tesla is known today as the world's electricity generation, but he had also made many scary inventions, which are hard to believe. In 1896, he accidentally made an earthquake generator, which was so big that it could fit in the pocket, and the loss was that it shook the biggest building. He tested this device in his laboratory, and the neighbors thought that the earthquake had come, and they came out in fear. Then Tesla took the device and went in search of an under-construction building. On the way, he saw a 10-story building in which the workers were working. He put this device on the steel frame of the building. After a while, the workers got scared and ran down as if someone was coming. The police were called, but Tesla put his device back in his pocket without telling anyone and left. He said that if this device had been there for a while, the entire building would have been submerged. He himself accepted this in an interview. But the question is, how can someone bring a device as big as a pocket to the earth? Actually, Nikola Tesla did not want to make this device. Rather, he was working on a project that could transfer energy from one place to another, that too without a wire and without any expense. Most of his life was spent studying frequencies and vibrations. He could see and understand anything in this field that no one could see or understand after him. His idea was that he would create a special frequency vibration through a device and put it in the ground. These vibrations would be caught by the receiving device lying on the ground. The device would decode the frequency and convert it into energy or electrical current, just like a sound energy travels in the form of waves. Our world vibrates at a special frequency every time. This frequency varies from 7.83 Hz to 33.8 Hz. Tesla said that if he sets this small device to Earth's vibration, the whole world could be in a state of panic. People used to make fun of him, but the day came when the world started taking Nikola Tesla seriously. Welcome back to our new video. Viewers, there is probably something in our daily life that Nikola Tesla is not behind. Nikola Tesla has been a big hand in all this, from electricity to the phone, in any corner of the world. Before this, it was very difficult to transfer electricity from one place to another, so that electricity could be transferred only a few meters and not more than a small bulb. But Tesla created an alternating current and proved his ability in front of the whole world. This was the point in his life when people started taking him seriously, because now the same electricity that could be transferred only a few meters in the form of direct current was converted into AC power and transferred to factories and industries thousands of miles away. Tesla was also an inventor of the hydroelectric power system. With this, America's 31% electricity and China's 95% electricity is produced. It was Tesla who gave the world the gift of wireless communication. These were the inventions that the world is using today. But did you know that Tesla had invented more than 300 things in his life, but they were somehow prevented from bringing them to the world? For example, he made alternating current, but now he wanted to transport electricity to the world without wires, like wireless communication. He had a lot of knowledge, but one thing was extremely lacking, and that was money. He took this idea and went to JP Morgan. JP Morgan liked his idea and decided to give Tesla $1.5 million funding. Tesla started several experiments in New York to transmit electricity wirelessly. There was also a tower in these experiments which made people very scared and often complained. That's why Tesla started his experiments in Colorado and built a new 180 feet tall tower, which costed more than what it needed. Tesla believed that with the help of this tower, he could send wireless electricity to the world using Earth's natural vibrations. JP Morgan, who funded this project, was also a very big investor in electric wires and the factories that made its insulation. In America, JP Morgan was also behind many copper mines. He knew that Tesla had succeeded in his experiment, and if that happens, it can cause a lot of damage to his electric wire business. That's why he refused to give Tesla more money and also refused to invest in Tesla's project. What would Nikola Tesla have done? He would have lived the dream of wireless electricity for the next few years, and when he left the world, the government had taken over his property for the next 10 years. All his research work was made into secret files for many years, and even after that, many people believe that Tesla's wireless electricity formula has not been publicized yet. Now the question is, did Nikola Tesla get a secret formula? Were they really working on free electricity? Many experts think that Nikola Tesla had understood the Earth's vibrations well. Maybe he was going to introduce new types of electricity in the world using these vibrations. He used to say in his life that if you want to know the secrets of the universe, then start looking at it from the perspective of energy, frequency, and vibrations. Maybe he was right, because after his death, scientists started researching on frequency and vibrations and were surprised to see that everything in the world is vibrating at its own frequency. Understanding one thing's frequency Energy can be transferred not only to one thing, but it can also be controlled. For example, look at these two forks which physically have no connection to each other. Their frequencies are the same, that is, they vibrate 440 times in a second by tapping them once. But the surprising thing is that by tapping one fork, the other fork starts vibrating on its own. Nikola Tesla was talking about the wireless energy transfer. Maybe it was something like this. Maybe he knew some secret frequency, but those documents have not been brought forward to date. History has shown that all the wars that have taken place in the last 150 years have been based on oil. War of Gulf, Kuwaiti oil fires, Iraq War, and the World War I and II of Hatta were also such operations in which oil reserves were targeted. The fossil energy that caused so many wars is that if everyone can use the frequency of the earth to create free electricity or free energy, then there is no demand in the world of this oil. Along with all these things, Tesla had many other inventions that were either eliminated from the brain or did not work on them after the death of Tesla, like the death ray beam, which was a mass destruction weapon like a nuclear bomb. In an interview in 1934, Tesla said that this weapon can kill millions of people thousands of miles away, or as far as the Earth's curve allows us. It was a new electric weapon of Tesla that could generate 50 million volts. For your information, consider that the amount of volts in the sky's electric current, this weapon could generate more than 166 volts. In addition, Tesla also gave the idea of a thought camera. Just like a camera can capture everything that can see our eyes, the idea of Tesla was that our thoughts can also be photographed. With this, whatever a person is thinking will come out as a photo. His thought camera never took a practical form, but was inspired by this idea and was invented in 1895. Nikola Tesla was such a scientist and engineer who never worked for money. If he wanted, he could have made a lot of money from his invention. He could have cashed his patents like others. But when he died, he didn't have enough money to clear his hotel bill. His death is still a mystery. On January 7, 1943, his dead body was found in his hotel room. Officials say that it was a natural death, but a large number of people think that Nikola Tesla was killed. But what is the reality? After keeping his documents in his custody for 10 years, everything has been published, or Tesla's few secret files are still present in some corner. This will probably tell in the coming time. I hope you will also like and share this video. Thank you very much for your love and comments. See you in the next great video.